Hello, I am Neeraj Kumar and I am starting today Indian polity, which is not only the GS based, while it's also help in mains paper, GS paper 2, GS paper 2. So that's why in Indian polity today we will starting making of constitution as the under constitutional development, constitutional framework. Yeah. So constitutional frameworks in which it is starting from our first of all rules, the constitutional rules, which is uh, which is starting from in constitutional development. I have starting the company rules as well as the company rules as well as crown rules, which comes under constitutional framework. First topic constitutional framework, and in first topics So I am starting. I am starting the first for the need of as a need of constitutional framework. There must be company rules and crown rules. Company rules comes at company rules which comes from 1773 as a regulating act in which board of directors and board of directors and board of governors are appointed in the regulating act 1773, and which has also not as a regulating act from regulating act to Indian Independence Act 1947. These are the key and the major roles of constitution from which we have to study. We have to study first of all the questions. First of all, in the company rules and crown rules. Company rules, which has taken under by the group of minister a group board of governors and board of governors as well as the board of directors. So it is starting from regulating in 1773 to 1850 up to 1857. After 1857, the crown rules, when the Queen Elizabeth declaration has to be started at Prayag, at Allahabad. So after that, then after, we have to start, we have to focus only in the examination point of view, not going the details. At the prelims point of view, we have to send what are the provision of regulating act, how and what are the members of in this regulating act. We have also types of Supreme Court, which has starting by the regulating act in 1773, in which. So, in the prelims point of view, the questions has arise by various commissions that in which year regulating act has to be passed, and what are the provision under regulating act. Then after Pitt's India Act has come. Then after Charter Act comes up to 1856. Then after in crown rules comes after 1856 onward to up to Indian Independence Act 1947. So these are comes under the previous point of view. And first, the second, after state and union territories. In state, Article 1 to Article 4, which has also derived the provision article. The name as the article part 1 comes under state and union territories. From Article 01 to 04, as it is 01 as which gives India is the union of state. India is such country which has derived by at the derived by the Article 1. Also, Article 1 has says India is the union of states. Article 2 gives the name 2 and 3, which gives the name, change of name, territories, change of name, and expand their territories, and the assimilate with the foreign lands in our Indian nation, Indian states, which comes under Article 2 and 3. And Article 4, which gives the main provisions that's which coming to come at the which comes under Article 1 2. Article part 1 is the complete part 1. Article number 1 to 4. Then after citizenship has comes. In citizenship, as it is, citizenship comes falls under Article part 2 of the Constitutions, and Article 5 to 11. Article 5 to 11, as it is. Article 5 gives the definition of citizens. citizenship, Article 6. The certain migrants who has come from Pakistan and reside in India. These are the provisions in Article 6, which has given there the citizenship of India. So, article number and citizenships comes under Article 5 to 11. So Article 5, as I have already discussed, then after Article 7 I have already discussed, and after Article number 7 about when Indian migrant who has reside in Pakistan, there had some provision which falls under Article 07, article number 7. Okay. Then Article 8, which given to the, so Article 10 and 11, which has also given the part to take a new citizenships in which we have to discuss in the more details further. And then after citizenship and the fundamental rights, as it is fundamental rights comes part Constitution of India by part 3 and the article number 12 to 35, 12 to 32, not I beg my pardon, 12 to 32, as it is. Article number 12 says the definition of state, definition of state. Then article 13, number 13 gives the main provisions in which we have to take some illustrations, as it is. In fundamental rights of the article number 14, it's particularly at the examination point of view, we have not to go in the details at what comes under article 12 and 13, but only but I beg my pardon, while when I have to be discussed article number 14 to 32. Article 14 to 32 examination point of view, in the from article 14 to 18, which comes fundamental right to equality. In right to equality, article number 14 to 18 comes. So article 14 to 18. Then after article number 19 to 21, which comes to the right to equality, right to freedom of religion, right against exploitation, right to constitutional remedies, and constitutional remedies, which falls under part 3 and article number 14 to article number 14 to 32. So article number 32, as a article number 32 is also known as a basic point of view, which articles or otherwise in another sense I have to say about which constitution our constitution, according to our Constitution of India, which articles is known as the constitutional remedies or the soul and heart of our constitution. So the soul and heart of our constitution comes under article number 32, which has B.R. Ambedkar was such person who has known the right to constitutional remedy as the soul of our constitution, so heart and soul of our constitution. Then not going into details, so as earlier I was at fundamental right article 14 to 18 under right to equality. Then after right to freedom, and then after right to life, then after right to exploitation, right against exploitation, then right to freedom of religion, and finally right to constitutional remedies. Examination point of view at the prelims, as well as when you have go in the men's point of view. So men's point of view, there is such only right to life, and what are the constitutional why do I be called Why do we have called fundamental constitutional rights? Why do we call it as a constitutional right? Is a constitutional right is so I beg my pardon. I'm read it from this report as it is. The question has arise by commissions as it is. Why we are called right to constitutional remedies as just heart and soul of our constitution. These are the topics given to have you have to also give their liberal things, a liberalistics or a critics view. You have to give the critical view on the these questions. So then after under Article 21, which gives the right to life, then after right against exploitation, which comes under Article 23 and 24. Article 23 and 24 gives the right against exploitation. Then after Article number 25 to 29 comes under the right to freedom of religion. Right to freedom of religion. And Article 30, then after right against right to constitutional remedies comes under part 4, Article 3 to 45. Then after comes under DPSP. DPSP, and it is Directive Principle of State Policy. In DPSP is, as in men's question, what are the comparison between FRs and DPSPs? So the FRs and DPSP, as it is, the questions has arisen. What are the how can you criticize or give your views to what are the difference between fundamental rights and the directive principle of state policy? So there is, so first of all, when I have been given to such types of answers, we have to first taken from what are the sources, then after what are the its provision, in which articles these have to become, and then which provision, what are the provisions, is there justiciable or not justiciable, justiciable and not justiciable. These are the also, so this is the questions. So in the DPSP as it is, when it's not a as the fundamental rights is constitutional, when the violation of fundamental rights by any one persons or organization or in their bodies, there it be justiciable, and the cases which has to be concerned by high courts and supreme courts. Then while the DPSP is not applicable or not, it's go through when we not give a pressure on government, when the government, either state government or central government, make a state government, not other government, state government, I beg my pardon, a central government. So when the state government are using their policies and framework to for the making states, so then the DPSPs so the DPSPs are such conditions in oh yes, I beg my pardon. In what are the differences between fundamental rights and the directive principles of state policy, DPSP? So that's why I was at justiciable or not justiciable. So when the state government has making their program or plans for their state, he is not liable and enforceable by court, while he is a state government. He or she may here I have called state government. State government are using the important key by framing their policies. Okay, policies. Then after I will be starting the fundamental duties. Fundamental duties comes under Article 51 to A as it is. When someone questions as you as the in DPSP, article number 36 to 51, article number 36 to 51, article number 36 to 51. Then after in fundamental duties, which comes under Article part 4 A, and article number 51, which is also comes under the constitutional framework, and then after framing of the constitution, so comes under the, so today's at present time I will be give such time, and next will tomorrow I will be give the their details by one step. Thank you.